Hi, I am Dilip from Anamika's Academy, and today we are going to learn future simple tense. As you can see, it starts with future. So this tense covers all the actions which are intended to be taken in future. Let's have a look of certain examples to make it clear what kind of actions happen in this tense. So we have certain examples here. मैं कल देर से आऊंगा. Now here कल का जो आना है वो देर से होगा. So this action will take place tomorrow, क्योंकि यहां पे कल का जिक्र हो चुका है. Similarly, इस विषय पर हम कल बात करेंगे. Again, here also this action is going to take place only in future. वह मेरी मदद करेगा. Again, ये जो मदद है वो फ्यूचर में होगी. So, if you look at these sentences, you will find that they mainly end in ga, ge और gi. तो इस तरह से हम फ्यूचर सिंपल टेंस के सेंटेंसेस की पहचान कर सकते हैं. Now we will see how to frame sentence. For that we have the structure here. It will start with subject and then helping verb will or shall depending on the subject, that we will see later, and verb will always remain in first form, and finally we will have an object. So with the help of this structure we can convert these Hindi sentences into English one. Now let's have a look of these helping verbs, what comes with which subject. As you can see, I के साथ shall लगा सकते हैं, लेकिन आजकल I के साथ भी will ही लगाया जाता है. Similarly for we, you can use shall, but normally people use only will. For you it's always will. For he, she, it, this, that, any name, will is used. They, these, those names, again will is used. So in most of the sentences that we make in future simple tense, we use mainly will. So now we will frame these sentences to know how to apply this structure. पहला एग्जाम्पल हमारे पास है, मैं कल देर से आऊंगा. So it will start with I will come late tomorrow. I will come late tomorrow. As you can see, subject I is there in the beginning, and then we have the helping verb will and the verb in the first form, and finally we have an object. Similarly, इस विषय पर हम कल बात करेंगे. So here the subject will change. We will talk about this subject tomorrow. We will talk about this subject tomorrow. So here instead of I we have we will remain the same, and talk is in the first form, and finally we have the object. वह मेरी मदद करेगा. So he will help me. So here we can see these three positive sentences of future simple have been made following the same structure that we had seen in the beginning, and all these sentences have will, because will is used most of the time. That is how we can make the positive sentences in future simple tense. Now let's see how to make negative sentence. So making negative sentence is not very difficult. Instead of will and shall, we will have their negative counterparts, will plus not, which becomes won't, that is used almost every time, and we have shall plus not, which is shan't, and that is used rarely. So with the help of these helping verbs, we can frame negative sentences in future simple tense. Now for that also we have certain examples already written here. मैं कल नहीं आऊँगा. So we can simply write I won't come tomorrow. हम लोग वहां नहीं जाएंगे. We won't go there. So instead of will, if we can put won't, the sentence becomes negative. Similarly here, with the help of this won't, we have made this sentence negative one. Now let's see how to ask a question which requires certain information. We call them WH question or fact-finding question. So if you look at the structure, it is not very different from yes-no questions. फर्क सिर्फ इतना है कि will से पहले WH आ जाएगा. So this WH can be anything like where, which, whom, why, how, etc. So with the help of this structure, we can frame WH questions as well. So here we will see with the help of certain examples how to frame WH questions so that we can get the appropriate answer in future simple tense. So here we have certain examples. तुम अगले साल पिकनिक मनाने के लिए कहाँ जाओगे? So since हमारे पास ये कहाँ बीच में है, that is why the question will start with where will you go next year to enjoy picnic? Where will you go next year to enjoy picnic? So here this question is asking for the information about the place where the picnic next year will be enjoyed or celebrated. Let's take another example. वह कब आएगी? Now बीच में कब आ गया? That is why it has become a fact finding question, and in English we will write it like kab means when, and then helping verb will, then she, and finally we have verb. When will she come. So this when is asking for the time when this subject will arrive or reach or come. Now let's take another example where the question is asked in the negative format. जैसे कि तुम उसकी मदद क्यों नहीं करोगे? So here क्यों के बाजू में नहीं है. That is why this question is a negative question, and instead of will we have to use won't. So this can be written like why won't you help him? Why won't you help him? So we have seen that instead of will, if won't comes, that makes this question negative. Similarly, वह यह DVD क्यों खरीदेगा? Now here we don't have any negative word, so this will follow the same structure that we had used in the first sentence. Why will he buy this DVD? Why will he buy this DVD? So here we have seen that with the help of where, when, why, we have asked a fact-finding question. So we have seen that future simple tense consists of all future actions. So if you want to practice the sentences of this tense, the best way is to think of any future activity or future planning. All the future plannings have to be spoken with the help of future simple tense. For example, I will go to the market tomorrow. I will buy a shirt tomorrow. I will meet my friend after some time. I will have dinner at this point of time tonight. So all these activities are planned for future. So future planning can be done with the help of future simple tense. Now there is another aspect of this helping verb shall, because shall is also used for seeking permission. For instance, when shall I come to meet you? Where shall I go from here? Whom shall I meet? So these permissions can be sought with the help of shall.